Come on, BTC.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. I'm sorry if I'm laughing. One of the comments in chat from Packer was the New Zealand Sevens were knocked out of the Olympics before the opening ceremony, and that did bring a smile and a chuckle. Now then, it's Friday, which means it is the end of the week. We've had a tumultuous week. Bitcoin has decided to drop. What did we go down as low as 63.8, something like that? Ethereum wet the bed upon its ETF go live. We're back. We're recovering slowly over the last 24 hours. We're going to have a look at that in a bit. A few good mornings to Packer, to Chris, to Hidden Agendas, to Velvet Rope, to Solo Sky. Good morning to you all. What are we going to talk about today then? Well, first of all, we're going to talk about the selling that's been going on. We're going to talk about how it's not entirely unexpected, how I made a video a week today about it. Last Friday, I put a video out saying that the Ethereum ETF was going to crush the market. I was 30% sure that that was going to happen because I can't predict the future, and it has panned out that way. We're going to talk about Franklin Templeton and Japan. We're going to talk about the possibility of the ADA rally. We're going to talk about a $1,700 target for Solana. Again, another day, another week, another totally unrealistic target for you guys to try and digest. We're going to talk about SHIB Eternity and the go live. And we're going to talk about finally celeb meme coins and why you shouldn't buy any of them. So, Packer's had his Friday curry and glass or two of Gewurz. Do you know what? Nothing would make me happier than having a glass or two of beer tonight, but I don't know whether that's going to happen or whether I'm just going to end up having an early night because it's like 35 degrees here and that is way too much for me. So that's pretty much it. Let's go through the markets first of all, see where we are and decide if it is Trump time. Remember, Donald Trump is talking tomorrow at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. What is he going to say? What is going to be said? We're going to have a chat about that in a minute. Also, before we begin, let's have a quick check in the bottom left-hand corner. You will see where you're at 149,852 followers. 148 followers away from our target for July, which is 150,000. The target for the end of the year is 200,000. Will we get there? I don't know. We will have to wait and see. But 150,000 hopefully this weekend. And if that's the case, we will try and do a Wednesday night special to celebrate next week. I will speak to the Oracle himself and see if we can cobble together some crypto to give away. Remember, we are poor. We are very poor. We are being kept alive by the OG members that support the channel. So don't forget, you can tip us. You can send us tips on the various different channels. And what do we do with that? We give it straight back to you. So then market cap coming in just under 2.4 trillion, volume down just a touch at 82 billion. Bitcoin, Ethereum dominance still coming in at 72%. That hasn't changed. Bitcoin is at 67,000. That's up 4.2. Ethereum is up 2.5, 3,250. Remember, we went into two longs. We longed Bitcoin at 67.1 and we longed Ethereum at 3,040. The Oracle and myself had a chat yesterday and we decided to keep our Ethereum long open for the weekend. We did have a target of about $4,000 for Ethereum. And again, like I said in my video I made last Friday, the chances were Grayscale could dump us. It has. Are we going to see the end of the dumping sometime next week? Probably. Will we see Ethereum start to rise after that? Absolutely. So where are we then? 24 hours. Sats, Aave, Audi, Stacks. Plenty of double-digit gainers. WorldCoin, boo. Helium is up nearly 10%. Brett, again, Brett, I'm going to let you into a secret. Brett is a great buy at 11 cents. Every time Brett comes down to 11 cents, it bounces. So Brett is a good coin. I am, believe it or not, warming to Brett, and I would pick it as a meme coin for the bull run, even though I'm not a massive meme coin fan. Mog is up, Thor is up, Jasmine is up, and losers. Mantra is down, but I mean, come on, Mantra's had a massive run. XRP is still at 60 cents. Render is down a touch. Pepe is down. I mean, not many losers. That's the good thing to say. Drop Dead says that Brett will be the strongest meme coin this cycle. I think it's got a lot going for it. It's on base. It's got a $1.2, $1.3 billion market cap. So could that run up to 10 billion? Absolutely. All of these strange and wonderful things. Again, it's one of those things where nobody expected SHIB to run in the last bull run. Nobody expected it to get to $36 billion. So when you hear these really outlandish claims of it getting to 10 or 15 billion, some meme coins will do that. I think Bonk has a good chance. I think Brett has a good chance. We currently have two really strong meme coins. We have Doge and we have SHIB. At the end of this bull run, going into the bear market, I expect us to have 4 or 5 strong meme coins. Doge, SHIB, potentially Bonk, potentially Brett, maybe Dog with Hat, sorry, maybe some of those. What is my target audience worldwide at this time? England and Europe. I don't really have a target audience. The reason I stream at this time is simply convenience. We've tried streaming at different times of the day and nothing makes any difference. When you're a channel of our size, it doesn't really matter so much when we stream. Good morning, Mags. It doesn't really matter when we stream as much. In America, for example, they're best off streaming in about 4 hours from now, 5 hours from now. And that is kind of, what we try to avoid is streaming at 3 or 4 p.m. That's the only time we don't try and stream. But we do an evening stream that happens at 9 p.m. So that's 10 hours from now. We should have one tonight. The Oracle should be doing his trading stream tonight, so you can watch him. Good morning, Mags. I can't say which platform we have the most fans on because we're streaming on some of them at this moment in time. And believe it or not, they don't like it when we mention other channel names. So I can't tell you, unfortunately. Right then, let's get on with some X-Files. It's a Friday. I don't care about trying to stick to the hour, but we will give it a go. It's day one of the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. This is the big one. Kennedy, Saylor, Trump, Cathie Wood. I mean, I'm going to read them all out apart from the obvious one. I don't know why. Why is he such a big name? Russell Brand. Why do we care about him being at the Bitcoin conference? He was given 1,000 Bitcoin by Max Kaiser and he lost them. So why should we care? So Bitcoin 2024 has started. It's normally where all the bigwigs get together and have a chat about Bitcoin, basically. Pepe could have a good bull run. Yes, I agree. Pepe could. Hester Peirce, I'm not going to play the audio on this, but Hester Peirce was asked about the Solana ETFs. And very simply put, there is no rule where you have to have a futures product for a commodity or whatever you want to call it. So Solana could get an ETF before the futures ETF. Now, is that likely to happen? Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball. I didn't expect the Ethereum ETF until next year, but there we go. So now we are at the stage where hopefully somebody like Hester Peirce will take charge of the SEC, because as we know, Gary Gensler will have to step down at the end of his time. I would love to get more subscriptions, Packer. I would love to get more followers, but I think we only appeal to a certain type of audience. I could come on here and wax lyrical and tell you that Bitcoin's going to $1 million and Ethereum is going to $100,000 and Solana is going to $10,000, and I'd get a lot more people watching me, but I would not be doing myself justice and I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. The past 24 hours have seen a good amount of longs wiped out, mostly on ETH, which saw the liquidations. Open interest in the market remains high, so we're likely to see further liquidations on both sides. I'm going to look at the charts in a minute. I think what we have experienced this morning was a short squeeze. And I'm going to look at the Bitcoin chart because there's a really important price we need to hold. Now, again, you've got to be careful that the people you follow, you have to be very careful that you don't believe everything you read on the internet. I tell you every day, don't believe everything you hear, don't believe everything you read. I'm hearing from sources that Trump may announce a strategic US XRP reserve. Now, you can clearly see that Eleanor Terrett has had her profile picture stolen. This is a fake account. This is what goes on. Don't believe this garbage. As Eleanor has put, she has put a picture of a bull and a picture of some dung, because that's what it is. You will see a lot of this all over Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. None of it is true. If there's going to be a reserve, it is likely to be Bitcoin. And the word on the street, which I haven't got a tweet for because I don't know for certain it's going to happen, is that Donald Trump will try and accumulate 1 million Bitcoin. Now, the American government, as far as I can tell, have 210,000. That means that the American government will buy 790,000 Bitcoin when and if Donald Trump becomes the president of America. Now, if that does not make you bullish, if that does not make the hairs on your arms stand up, then you need to go and understand Bitcoin. Okay? Go and read the white paper. Go and spend 100 hours, 10 hours, 1 hour reading about Bitcoin. Okay? This type of news about the strategic reserve for the US, this was the news I was expecting 4 or 5 years away from where we are now. 2030, when it's at $1 million. 2040, when I'm old and greyer and bolder than I am now. I wasn't expecting this to happen so soon. This is Christmas, but this isn't just Christmas. This is the end game Christmas. This is your greatest ever birthday present. If America adopts Bitcoin as part of its strategic reserve, every single country on earth will follow suit. And if you think that sounds like an exaggeration, then it will happen. Trust me on this. If this comes to pass, we will see a $1 million Bitcoin in the future, and a lot sooner than I think. If this comes to pass, then this bull run is going to go way past anything I expect. But remember, these are words from politicians. What's the one golden rule you should know about a politician? If their lips are moving, they are lying. Okay? That's the golden rule about every politician. Everyone, whether you like them, whether you don't like them, whether they are your prime minister, whether they want to become your president, everything they can to get power will happen. They will say what they want. That's why I'm so bullish this weekend, because as I said yesterday, Donald Trump is going to stand up and a unicorn is going to fly across the room and a rainbow is going to shoot out of his backside, and he's going to tell everybody what they want to hear. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin is great. It's orange. It's like me. I'm orange. Look at me. I'm going to go and buy all the Bitcoin. And then we're going to see a pump to $70,000. That's what's going to happen. Now then, moving on to a project I don't cover very often because they're going through a time of building, and that is Star Atlas. Star Atlas, for me, is, let's turn the sound off, is the AAA game that we're waiting for. Now, I have already told you that I think AI and gaming isn't going to be this bull run. It's too soon for them. Why? It takes years and years to build games like this. Star Atlas is, of all the games I've seen, it's up there. It's probably the best game. August the 13th, they are going to do an airdrop of crew packs for free to people that hold their ships. So if you hold any Star Atlas ships, you will get some crew air packs dropped to you. Why do you need crew? Because you can't fly your ship. Very simple. So I'm very bullish on Star Atlas. I haven't covered it in weeks, if not months. Go and check out Star Atlas. I'm not sponsored by them. I even put under here, I believe I put a comment that I am bullish. It is a way to be bullish. If you're going to be bullish on a game, try and pick the right ones, because as far as I can see, Star Atlas is, it's not a dead cert because it can obviously run out of money like everything else, but I'm pretty certain it's going to get to the finishing post. Old movies trying to steal gold from American reserves. Imagine stealing all that Bitcoin, starring Michael Caine. Can you imagine? Remember what happened with gold, and the American government forced you to sell your gold to governments. And do not think for 1 second that your government will not try and take your crypto off you. Look at what the European government, European Parliament are trying to do. They're trying to compile a database of all of your assets. What right do they have to know what assets you hold? What right do they have? They don't have any right. So be very careful. As I've said, if a politician's lips are moving, they are lying. You never thought that you would be locked up in your house for a year. You never thought you would be coerced to do what's happened in the last 5 years. Do not think for a second that they wouldn't in times of an emergency. And remember, emergencies are manufactured. Do not think for 1 second that they would not come for your Bitcoin, because they certainly would. Marathon Digital bets big on Bitcoin with a $100 million purchase. Again, the famous quote from the famous film, "Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?" Why are you so scared of Bitcoin going to $54,000, $56,000 when governments, blue chip companies, the likes of Tesla, Edward Snowden, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, everybody is talking about Bitcoin. Everything you are feeling now is short-term noise and your reaction to short-term noise. Do not worry. If there is one asset you should never sell, it is Bitcoin. Dubai is the place we go if we get rich with crypto. That's not a bad shout. The latest acquisition has increased Marathon Bitcoin's holdings to over 20,000 Bitcoin, which is valued at 1.3 billion. Now, a quip which I found quite funny. Michael Saylor replied to this tweet and said, surely being called Marathon, you should hold 26.2 or 26,200 because that's, of course, the number of miles in a marathon. I found that rather amusing. So Marathon Digital's decision is to now start to look at holding its Bitcoin. It's demonstrated a willingness to explore new avenues beyond traditional Bitcoin mining. It announced its entry into mining Casper. We spoke about this. I also said at the time, I would not be buying Casper if you have somebody of the might of Marathon mining Casper, because what are they going to do? They're going to mine it and sell it, and they are big boys, so they are going to put a lot of downward pressure on the price of Casper. For me, it's not a massive decision not to hold Casper because of this. Right, now we don't want to read too much about this because it is almost 20 past and this is the first article. So I want to show you the key that we need to look at. This is important, okay? We spoke, is this the right chart? It is indeed. We spoke about this bull market support band. Now, do you remember what the title of the show yesterday was? I'm expecting somebody to tell me what the title of the show yesterday was. If you don't remember, I will tell you. Hold the bull market support band. That was the title of the show. And where were we yesterday? We were there. And what did I say we needed to do? We needed to hold that bull market support band. Why? Because if we didn't, we would fall through 61.7 and we could end up somewhere down here. And that would have been $55,000, $55,000. We, so far, have held it. So what do we need to do next? For those of you that weren't here yesterday, we need to break this line at 70,500. Why? Because just look at this. Lower highs, lower lows. Okay? We needed to break the pattern, I said yesterday, and we are still not there. 70,500 we have to break. This downward pattern is scary. It is scary because if we do this and we get rejected, in my humble opinion, we will wiggle, of course, nothing goes up or down in a straight line. We will do that. And we will come all the way down to $53,000. Am I bearish at $53,000? Absolutely not. We are nowhere near the end of this bull run. People telling you this bull run is going to be over in September or October have no idea how the bull cycle works. Yes, it could be sooner than I think. I think it's September, October. Could it be April, May, June? Absolutely. Okay? It's never going to be September or October. It's never going to be 6 months after the halving. The halving halves the supply of Bitcoin. The supply shock doesn't kick in for 6 months. You take it from April, May, June, July, August, September, October. October is when we will see the supply shock. We are in July. Do not listen to people telling you that September is the end of the bull run. It's never been the end of the bull run. It never will be the end of the bull run. And everybody needs to understand there's a 4-year cycle with Bitcoin. That doesn't mean it's exactly 4 years. It doesn't mean it's 48 months. It could be 45. it could be 46, it could be 49. Okay, we could go to December or 2025, or even January 2026, or we could go to July. This time next year could be the end of the bull run, but it's an approximation. The 4-year cycle is not set in stone, but what it isn't a 3-year cycle. It isn't a 3-year and 2-month cycle. So if we do come down here, we've not run out of time. We're still in the first period of time. I've got some cutoff points. You see this line here? This line here is the 6-month anniversary of the halving. Okay? What could happen is we could come down here, and then we could come up here, and again, this line is the line we have to break. We could break this line and we could finish the year 75,000, 85,000, whatever it might be. However, at some point, this cycle will have to break, and I don't know when that's going to be, but we have to break this lower high. Could it happen this weekend with Trump speaking? Certainly, we could do that. Why not? Okay, I know it's the weekend. I know we don't have the volume of the traders, but I do think 70,000 this weekend is on the cards more than breaking down. Now, the key line here is 65,500-ish. That's the line we have to hold. I know we're at 67,250. I know we're starting to move up. I know all of this, but this was a short squeeze, and a short squeeze to the upside a lot of the time is followed to a long squeeze to the downside. So we could go to 67.5, 67.8, even get rejected at 68,000, and then we could come back down. And as long, in my opinion, as we do this, then we are good to go. That's what I want to see over the next few days. So 65.5 has to hold. If it does, let's have a run at 70,000. The bullish news from Trump could cause a God candle. I'm not underestimating the power of this man's voice, because he is a politician. He knows what to say. Right then, moving on. Franklin Templeton and the SBI partnership for the Bitcoin ETF venture. This is to do with Franklin Templeton having got into a partnership with Japan's major financial player, SBI Holdings. This was announced yesterday. It plans to collaborate with Franklin Templeton to create a new investment management company targeting the Bitcoin ETF sector. So they will co-establish the new investment firm, which will focus on digital assets. The joint venture will see SBI hold a 51% stake, Franklin Templeton owning 49%. The company is expected to launch later this year. The development follows a surge in interest in spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US, spurred by the recent approvals from the SEC. Remember, the Bitcoin ETF was the end of the beginning. The end of the beginning. It takes a long time, a long ass time for these financial institutions to move, okay? The Bitcoin ETF was the first step. The second step, which we've already started to see, is that the Bitcoin ETF will start to become an element of other funds. So a 3% allocation here, a 1.5% allocation here, and then those ETFs are going to be sold in different parts of the world. It takes time, maybe even 2 or 3 years, before we see the full impact of this Bitcoin ETF. So again, these people telling you, oh, it's a flash in the pan, the volume is dropping. No, these things take time. You're used to crypto. That takes months. These financial institutions are used to it taking years. So these partnerships in Japan, in South America, in Africa, in Europe, they don't just happen. You know, they have to open offices, they have to employ staff, they have to apply for licenses, they have to do training. That's at least 6 to 12 months. The license alone might take 12 months. So if we're talking about the Bitcoin ETF going live in January 24, it's going to be January 26, maybe even January 27, before we really see the full impact of Bitcoin. It takes time. Gold went on a multi-year bull run when it was approved. A multi-year bull run. So again, have some patience. The longer you are in crypto, the richer you will become. if you just literally sit on your hands and buy Bitcoin. And to some extent nowadays, maybe Ethereum and Solana. Now then, let's move on. Indeed, hit the like button. If you are watching, make sure to smash the like button. I cannot believe we have that many viewers and so few likes, unless my phone hasn't updated. By the way, the poll of the day so far: will Trump get us to $70,000 this weekend? 67% have said yes so far, 33% have said no. So Cardano and 2 additional altcoins are showing higher chances of liquidation-fueled rallies, excuse me, according to analytics firm Sentiment. Again, I'm still going to stick by 2 of my choices, being Cardano and XRP. The reason I'm bullish on Cardano and XRP is that I don't know if anybody has seen, but in the news yesterday, it was announced by one of the major banking institutions that they will be moving away from, I think it's SWIFT, to the XRPL protocol or standard or whatever you want to call it. How are you not bullish on XRP when the banking system is going to use XRP? Okay. How are you not bullish on Cardano when they are building out protocols for policing around the world, dealing with Interpol? How are you not bullish on those types of partnerships? These things take time. Chainlink is only going to have a good run, this bull run, because it spent 4 years building. Cardano is slow to build. I know that. XRP also has issues with the SEC, but these things over a period of time will get you where you need to go. Odds of a big rally for Ethereum rival Cardano. Cardano is not a rival to Ethereum. Again, they just try and pit one chain against another. It's apples and pears. And 2 other altcoins. So Sentiment reports that ADA, fan engagement token Chiliz, and ETH rival Phantom are facing negative funding rates, setting the stage for short squeezes. So out of these 3 tokens mentioned, I'm only a fan of one. I do not like Chiliz. I don't see the revenue model. I'm certainly not a fan of Phantom, even after reading the news that I read out for Mags at the start of this week. Phantom generates $25,000 to $35,000 a month in fees. How does it pay a team? How does it pay developers? How does it pay for anything? Okay, it sells its token. That's where it gets its money from. What does selling the token do? It's downward pressure on the price. I'm not a fan of that. Chiliz, I've covered it before. I've never liked it. I think it's a way to separate fans of football clubs and other sporting clubs from money. So it's just a separation. There's no benefit to holding either of those 2 coins, but that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be short squeezes, however. When selecting altcoins, pay attention to those being bet against, shorted by other crypto traders. When funding rates on large exchanges get heavily in negative range, like we see with Chiliz, Phantom and Cardano, there are increased chances of liquidations leading to pumps. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think that any coin you can trade, to be fair, and just because I don't like a coin doesn't mean you can't trade it. Again, it's my opinion. You are entitled to your opinion, and you should have your own opinion. If Trump says anything remotely connected or positive about Bitcoin, it should pump. It should rip. Yes. Number 1, getting Donald Trump to Bitcoin Nashville 2024 is huge. And getting him to speak there about potentially having a reserve currency for the American dollar is, I mean, it's the stuff fairy tales are written about. If you don't see, again, I said this before, if you don't see the bullishness behind that, you know, the Ethereum ETF is causing problems in the market simply because of grayscale. I said it last Friday before it went live. It's played out to some extent, not fully. I'm making no bones about Donald Trump. If he comes in and if he buys 800,000 Bitcoin and creates a reserve currency, a reserve asset to back the US dollar in Bitcoin, that's it. That's the end game. That's what we want. We want nation states holding Bitcoin. That's it. So we are accelerating faster than I ever expected. And we know why he's doing it. It's 50 million people in America hold crypto. So he's doing it for that reason. So expect some positive news this weekend. So a short squeeze is likely to pump ADA. It probably will pump Chiliz, and it will probably pump Phantom, but I'm not a fan of those two coins. And again, if you're going in and out of a currency, I don't know if I'm going to look. I am looking at ADA, perfect. ADA at 39 cents, is that a good price? Yes, I think so. Do I think ADA can go to $1, $1.50, $3 in the bull run? Absolutely. My video that I made about ADA, I think I said $3 to $5 in the bull run. I'm expecting that. It's a laggard. It always finishes the race last. I nearly said a double entendre there. Always finishes the race last. Expect it to be a month or so after we see the Bitcoin all-time high. Crypto discussion rates are finally looking up, particularly on Telegram, Reddit and X, with social volumes rising. Bulls are hoping to see overall network activity rising soon as a result, leading to more utility and higher prices around the corner. So out of those three, if you were going to look for short-term profits, I would be looking at ADA. Why do I say that? Because of this. We saw this downward channel, okay? We can draw it from wherever you want. It doesn't have to be done from there. But that's the channel I saw. It came all the way down. It tried to break out. This was before the Bitcoin capitulation. It came down, it bounced off this channel. It's been rejected twice off its bull market support band. If we pump this weekend, I would expect it to go in this general. They're supposed to be chevrons. I don't even know what they are. It's supposed to go in that general direction. Ideally, we want to see it break. If we bring this price down, we want to see it break that level there, which is 49 cents. What we on 41 cents. I mean, that is still a 15 to 20% move. Again, let's see where we go. But for me, of the three, I wouldn't be looking at Chiliz or Phantom. I know there's a few people out there that are looking to make some kind of moves on those coins, and in the short term they may play out. But I would look to take profit in that area there. If we make it up there, anything above 50 to 60 cents, take some profit. Good morning, Tariq. Welcome to the stream. I am going relatively slowly today. It's the last Friday of the month. We've also got options expiries, so that's something else to think about. But we will move on. Now, this again, do not think that me showing you these articles is me endorsing these price targets. It certainly is not. But what I want to try and do is I want to try and bring the hopium down a little bit in the room. Okay, Solana price could skyrocket to $1,700, says this crypto analyst. So this individual has an opinion, and they are allowed to have that opinion. But do not think that their opinion is necessarily something you should take to the bank. Now, again, one thing that you're going to see in a bear market, people are going to tell you that Bitcoin is going to $1,000. Bitcoin is going to $5,000, $10,000. Gareth Salloway had us believing that we were going to $9,000 on Bitcoin. Okay, that's in a bear market. In a bull market, you get the opposite. Yesterday, I saw two price targets for Bitcoin. One was $2.9 million. The other was $42 million per Bitcoin. And they both came from the same report. One was a bearish and one was a bullish outlook. Now, again, they are still problems for you to listen to. If I sit here and I say to you every day, we're going to go to $2,000 on Solana, we're going to go to $2,000 on Solana, and you watch me often enough, you're probably going to start to believe me. Now, we get to the end of the bull run and we're at $900, and you say, yeah, but you said $2,000, and I will always use The same thing that everybody uses. It's not financial advice. It's just my opinion. And again, that's BS. Okay. If you go into a lecture hall to listen to a lecturer, and I'm not comparing myself to a lecturer, but somebody who is allegedly more knowledgeable than you, and he said, or he says, this, and this, you would expect to believe those three facts because he is a prominent person. In crypto, you will go and look at Cryptos Are Us, who also said that we were going to $1,000 by the end of this year for Solana, by the way. So let's see if that plays out. So you get these so-called crypto experts and they give you price targets. And the more bullish the price target or the more bearish the price target, the more you click on their videos, the more money they make. So is it in their best interest for you to say, for me to say, for example, I think Solana will go to $600 to $1,000. Are you going to be as excited by me saying that or somebody saying to you Solana is going to $1,700? Okay? You're going to follow the $1,700 because you've been buying it at $100, so you want your 17x. You don't like me saying that you're only going to make a 6 or an 8x or a 10x. So you're going to follow these outlandish predictions. And that's the issue. They existed in the last bull run. They're going to exist in this bull run. The bear market is going to be the same as the previous bear market. We're going to go down 95% on Bitcoin. We're going to go down 99% on Ethereum. It's finished. It's over. Get out now. And it will never go that low. It will never go that low. And you could argue that maybe they are trying to influence the price to go that low so they could buy more. But that would be very cynical of me to suggest that. So Solana's price has risen 26% in 2 weeks. The market value is currently, let's just call it 100 billion. Now, let's say for argument's sake that Solana at $200 has a $100 billion market cap. What this is saying is that Solana is going to go to $1,700. That would give it an $850 billion market cap. So let's just put that into context, shall we? Solana is coming in at 82. Okay? So it's expecting this price to go up to 830 billion. So double what Ethereum is now and probably 60% of where Bitcoin is now. Do we think that's going to happen? No. I think we are lucky if we get to a $10 trillion market cap this bull run. That's a 4x across the market. So if you, for argument's sake, say, well, that means Bitcoin will be at $240,000, $12,000 for Ethereum, and maybe $800 for Solana. Again, they are wildly finger in the air predictions because I'm just giving them as examples. So a 4x from here for the entire market is going to involve some coins going up 5, 6, 10x, other coins going up 1 or 2x. I know that, but I'm trying to just put it into context. He's calling for a 10x on Solana. Now, if you work out that's the 4th largest asset in the world, probably going to flip BNB again, as it did a few weeks ago. So it's the 3rd largest asset in the world, saying it's going to 10x again. Please. The Solana ETF decision expected next year. The approval of the spot Ethereum ETF raised more questions about a Solana ETF. Remember, the Solana ETF applications have gone in. Investors are betting heavily on Solana's success. Franklin Templeton, Grayscale already has its Solana ETF. This analyst predicts a 900% surge. In the wake of its recent surge, Ali Martinez has predicted Solana may go up by 900%. Again, I mean, this is the problem I have with charts. Solana was an $8 billion asset. It's now an $80 billion asset. That has gone up $72 billion. Okay? What this is suggesting is, yes, we've gone up 72 billion, but we're now going to go up $720 billion. Can you see the problem here? Patterns in charts are great, but nobody seems to take into account this magical number here, which is the market cap. Solana isn't deflationary. Solana has inflation of about, I don't know what it is, 5%, 6% per year at the minute. So it's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum. And I'm trying to explain to you that just because you can draw lines on a chart, they're just lines on a chart. Anyone can do this, okay? It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, okay? Can we do this over the next 10 years? Probably, yes. Are we going to do it in 12 to 15 months? Are we going to add $720 billion to the market cap of Solana in this time frame? No, we are not. And don't let anybody tell you we are. Okay? Increased adoption. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about this. Let me move on. Analysts expect that the price of Solana could rise $1,700. Again, we've read this bit out. The best captured by Peter. He's got caution. Random ramblings of a relic. It can be argued that Sol broke out. This is not a signal for me because I consider this to be a diagonal pattern. I do not consider this as BO until May. High is penetrated, but by then the R is more favorable. Growing adoption boosts the price prediction. It does boost the price prediction, but it doesn't boost it to $800 billion. When are people ever going to look at common sense? Even my prediction of $800 to $1,000 by the end of this bull run is very optimistic. I have said $600 is my baseline, but the Solana ETF, if it kicks in, could push us up towards $1,000. I have said this. I have watched many other people talk about this, and they are not using real life numbers. What you can't do with this chart, if I do this, what you can't do with this chart is just randomly place lines in places like this and say, bull flag. Okay? You can't do that. Okay? Because that happens. Okay? So, we're never going to do it. We're never going to do it. It's never going to go to $1,700. I don't care what anybody tells you. Try and use some of your own thinking to believe where it could go. $600, $800, $1,000. $1,000 from here is a 6x, I believe. Easily achievable, I think, with the ETF, with Trump, lower interest rates, perfect storm, $1,000. Not a perfect storm, $600. Again, I think they are fairly logical prices for Solana. And if we get to $1,000, I'm selling everything. I don't care where it goes after that. I'm selling all of my Solana. It is gone. I hope Solana does a 4x from here. A 4x from here would be perfect, wouldn't it? A 4x from here would give us nearly $800. I mean, come on. I don't know when you started following me. I don't know when people started following me. I was giving you price targets of $50 and $80 and $100 and telling you these were good prices. The Oracle was buying Solana at $15 and $20. The Oracle has made a fortune. If it goes to $800, the Oracle is probably seriously well off already, and he's not even 20. So you get in at the right time. You do get these multiples. And remember, if it goes to $1,000 and you're buying at $20, you've done a 50x. But that's from the pits of the bear market, not 6 months or 4 months into the bull run. People will tell you anything. They will tell you anything to get you to watch their videos. Shiba Inu reveals Shiba Eternity Web3 upgrade is here. Again, we don't do a lot on SHIB. It tends to keep itself to itself, but we do cover it from time to time. Remember, if you're new here, smash the like button, give us a follow, press the heart button, whatever it is you can do, and make sure you tune in. We stream 7 streams a week. Monday to Friday in the summer, Monday to Saturday when it's not 35 degrees. And we do 2 trading streams, normally a Monday and Thursday. This week it's been Tuesday and Friday. So tonight at 9 o'clock, The Oracle will be streaming. That's about 9 hours from now. Put it in your calendar and come back and watch. Shiba Inu is close to officially completing the integration of its popular game Shiba Eternity with its proprietary Layer 2 blockchain Shibarium. Lucy, the market lead for Shiba Inu, disclosed today on X. The Web3 game is coming. The upgrade is a significant evolution for the game as it introduces new features and blockchain-based dynamics. Unleash your inner alpha in Shibatopia Arena. Sounds very good to me. The transition of Shiba Eternity to Shibarium is turning the digital cards into Web3 assets. Shiba Eternity evolves with Web3 integration, transforming digital cards into unique assets. Do we have any pictures of this fabled game? Furthermore, the game features over 10,000 unique Shiboshis, heroes, each equipped with special abilities. These heroes serve as the central figures in each player's deck, determining the flow and strategy of the game. Shiba Eternity now involves a more complex gameplay structure where players must carefully build a 30-card deck and manage their bark pool. Incredible. Who'd thought I'd be talking about barks at my age? Top players from the ranked tournaments qualify for seasonal tournaments that promise even greater rewards. Lucy concluded the announcement with an invitation to the Shiba Inu army. The transitions from a Web 2 collectible card game to Web 3 powerhouse offering ranked tournaments, so it's a card game. Again, do I think this is going to affect the price of Shiba Inu? No. Do I think it is yet another in the line of added utilities to Shiba Inu? Absolutely. However, let me just explain what the issue is for a lot of these coins. On the daily, we are in this downward pattern for Shiba, and we are not getting anywhere. We are below the bull market support band. It's not the time for Shiba to shine. That sounds really good, that. It's not the time for Shiba to shine. It's in this downward pattern. I don't expect it to be broken by bullish news about a card game. I think we need to wait for the bull run, and I think we need to wait for alt season, and then we will rip. I mean, if we go just to put this into context of where the last bull run was, Shiba broke all records. At this level, Shiba was a $36 or $39 billion project. Okay? Do I think we are likely to see this again? No, I do not. I don't think we're going to see this again. What I think we are likely to see, if I scroll this down, I think we are likely to see something like that. Maybe, and maybe top out somewhere near this fib level. I mean, you're still talking about, I don't even know what that is. Is that that's a 40x, 30x, 20x, something like that from where we are. I do think we can move up a lot on SHIB, but now's not the time. I mean, look where it spends most of its life. As with a lot of meme coins, it spends it down there. SHIB, for me, though, is one of the better memes, along with Bonk. And obviously, we've been talking about Brett. Brett looks good. Ponke looks good. What else is out there? We're going to talk about celebrity meme coins in a minute. And we're going to look at some disasters. But again, with these coins, at some point it's going to do this. That is where you buy. Okay? If you'd have bought along here and you waited for this rip and sold here, you'd have made a healthy profit. But what most people do is they will maybe buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here. Oh my God, I've made a 700% return, but I'm not going to sell. 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 I'm going to buy here. That's what most people do. They never take profits because they are like Gollum with the one ring. It is their precious. You are not married to SHIB. You're not married to any coin. I'm going to show you now two charts, or two articles, one article and one chart. One I found today while I was looking for this, and the other Come on, Bitcoin, 67.4 is a good price. So this is one of the two things I'm going to show you, and this is the second one. This is to do with celebrity tokens. I don't think it's got the same information. Perfect. So very quickly then, Corey Klipstein. Okay, let me see if I can open this in a new window for you. And let's see if I can say this in as plain and simple English as possible. Do not buy celebrity coins. Do not buy celebrity coins. And one last time, do not give your celebrities money. Now, Paco said Shib sells Shib shells on the Shib shore. The Shibs she shells are Shib shells, I'm sure. There you go. Nailed it. Right. What is this? This is a list of all of your favourite celebrities, all of the people you had posters on your walls when you were a young kitten. 50 Cent is there. I don't know half of these people, by the way, and I really don't care who half of these people are. I recognise some names. Doja Cat is down 99.7%. 50 Cent is down 99.95%. Lil Pump is down 88.9%, and that really is a Lil Pump. Jason Derulo is down 88%. Baron Trump was not Baron Trump. It was a fake account set up to try and play off his name. Amber Rose, I think that was one we've covered recently. Caitlyn Jenner, of course, he is down 98.7%. Or is that two Caitlyn Jenner coins, one on Ethereum and one on Solana? And the two coins, or two of the coins which aren't doing too badly, are Iggy Azalea and Andrew Tate. And I remember saying as well, those two, of all the meme coins issued by celebrities, they are the two that seem to know more about what they're talking about than most. So they are actively involved with these tokens. And for that reason, I'm not going to go after them as much as some of the others. It's the wine. I took profits on Shib. Good man. I'm not going after these tokens, says Mag. Mags wants a list of tokens, to meme coins, to put his money into. So this is the list of coins to avoid. I will go and have a look at the meme coin list in a minute, actually, because I did promise Mags I'd have a look at it. We've got 5 minutes left, so let's go through the article, which is here. Celebrity tokens down 94% on average month after launch. Out of the 30 celebrity meme coins, the 4 top performing tokens are down more than 70% from their recent all-time highs. And there is a picture of a woman with red lipstick and red glasses, not looking too sad, actually. I don't see any tears, so who knows. The venture of celebrities into crypto markets have seen a significant downturn. According to the data compiled by a prominent crypto community member, Slorg, all 30 celebrity tokens launched on the Solana blockchain in June have experienced steep declines from their all-time highs, with an average decrease of 94%. Of the 30, the 4 top performing tokens are down 70%, the rest are down 99%, half are down 99%. The market cap of these tokens tells a grim story. Tate is down 73, Jenner 75. We've read some of these. Despite the substantial losses, some tokens remain active as their associated celebrities continue to tweet about them regularly. Waka Flocka. Who on earth is Waka Flocka? Is this a made-up name? Just give me 1 second. I want to go and see what the Flocka this is talking about. Who on earth is this? Waka Flocka Flame. My lord. And he tweeted 6 days ago, hold. What is Waka Flocka doing? Waka Flocka is down 99.7%. But remember, he tells you to hold. What else could you do when you've turned $100 into 30 cents? What else can you do? Overall, only 40% of the celebrities have tweeted about their tokens at least once in the past week. The future of these tokens is uncertain. Well, we know what the problem is. Industry leaders like Vitalik Buterin have criticised these tokens and the trend for lacking substance and utility. He said at the time that meme coins should be launched with a real-world use case in mind, such as charity or crowdfunding. Well, Vitalik, you can go and take your fluffy bunnies and go somewhere else, because you know that that is not what crypto is about. Crypto is about being all things to all men and women. If people want to launch these tokens and people want to buy them, that's entirely your choice. I just sit here and try and tell you not to. Butterin argued that celebrity tokens that have the backing of such large fan bases should serve a public good beyond merely enriching celebrities and early adopters. I totally agree. What we're going to do now we've looked at Macapaca or Flockypaca, or whatever it's called, is we are going to go and look at something to try and help mags, because we're all about trying to help the community. Remember what our motto is on this channel. We are not here to make you rich. We are here to try and stop you from becoming poor. And you will become poor if you buy celebrity meme tokens. I rode Iggy up then down. I'm a FOMO fool. I would certainly not tell your wife that you have ridden Iggy up and Iggy down. Now then, for those of you new to crypto, you can go to CoinMarketCap. You can type in meme in the search bar. You can click on categories and you can click on memes. There are other memes on here. I'm not going to look at celebrity memes. I'm going to go straight to the memes. What are we? 11:57. Do you know what anyone would think? Anyone would think we are professionals on this channel. Not me. Absolutely not me. Top meme tokens by market cap. Why am I showing you this list? Because we are trying to find mags, some meme coins that I would buy, not financial advice, and I don't buy meme coins, but you know the idea. So we obviously have Doge and Shiba. I do not like Doge. I've never liked Doge. I think Doge got so big so quickly. It was the first one that it just never came crashing down again. And that's my issue with Doge. So not a fan of Doge. Shiba Inu we've talked about. Again, its time might come at the end of this bull run. Maybe it gets back towards 20 or $30 billion market cap. Pepe is already at 5. Is that really going to go up to 50, for example? No, so you're not going to get a 10x out of that. Dog with Hat coming in at 2.6 billion. I see no use to that coin whatsoever at the moment. Now we're getting down towards the coins that I think could have a good bull run. Bonk, Floki, Brett, Popcat, Mew, Boom. They would be my picks for the bull run. Okay? Bobo, Andy, and a few more. Duco. Floki is a good bet. I like Floki. For those of you who don't know anything about Floki, I covered that probably 2 years ago. And Floki is, it's got its own metaverse. It's going to launch its own credit cards. It's building its own banking system. It's really going to go places. We're going to go down the list. We're going to see what Bobo is and Andy is. I've heard of Andy, and I've not heard of Duco. All I know about Duco is Count Duco, but I think that's spelt differently. So if we go further down, Ponke as well. A lot of people like Ponke on the channel. A lot of people like Turbo. MAGA, don't forget MAGA, it's at $6.30. That's probably going to rip this weekend. Where are we looking? Andy, there we go. Andy, $146 million market cap. There is an interesting set of market caps that I have noticed in crypto, and I've talked about a lot on here. And there are market caps that tokens struggle at, and one of them is $150 million. And I don't know why, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but there are others. Of course, there is the $1 billion market cap, $500 million market cap, 150, 50, and 10. They tend to be the numbers that play out. And the issue is that Myro, I said that Myro was a good buy below 150 million. It ran up massively. So those of you that are OG members that watched that video, I don't even know how long ago I made that video. If you watched that video and you got in and you got out, you made a healthy bag of cash on that. Where's it come down to? Exactly under $150 million. A lot of people talk about PP. I've never looked at it. Bone, Shibas, I wouldn't touch that. When is another good pick, but again, it's starting to lose momentum. Bobo coming in at just over 100 million. Again, I'm not going to touch anything that's down here for the bull run. Maneki, I've covered on here. That could be potential. Duco's got a $22 million market cap. I mean, You know what I might do with Duco? I might make a movie. I'm going to add it. I'm going to do a video on Duco. We'll have a look at it. If it's a $22 million market cap, we will go and have a look at it. Can't see it on this list. There it is. 22 million. I'll go and have a look at it. I'll go and see what another. Turbo. People like Turbo, but I'm trying to think of Mags. And if he's just going to throw it into a token for the bull run, I would look at Floki. You know what? If I was going to give you my top three, I would look at Brett number 1 at 11 cents, Floki at number 2, and then I would look at maybe a wild card. So if you've got $100, I'd put $40 into Floki, $30 into Brett, and I would probably put some, go for Turbo. So I'd go for 3. What would it be? 40, 30 and 30 maybe, or 40, 40, 20. But Brett, what were they I read out then a second ago? Brett, Turbo and Floki. They would be my picks. And they're ones to hold for the bull run. If you take Drop Dead and Packer's advice in chat and you want to go for something in and out, then Duco would be one. Maybe Andy as well. But again, you've got to be careful. These are things, you're not married to them. Buy these tokens. When they pump, you sell them. Don't hold them. If you're buying for the bull run, then go up towards Brett and Floki. And not financial advice. Absolutely not financial advice. Popcat, Brett, Floki, Bonk, Mog, Mew, Bohm. They are all about the price where they could have a really good bull run. One of them is going to have a good bull run. I think it could be Brett. I think Floki's going to have a good bull run. But again, at the end of this bull run, we're going to have potentially 5 meme coins. If you look at the minute, we kind of have 2, Doge and Shib at that level. Pepe is trying to get up there. At the end of this bull run, if we said that there are going to be 5 top meme coins in the world, and I said it was Doge, Shib, Pepe, Bonk, and Floki, or Brett, that wouldn't surprise me. I think it's going to be very difficult in 12 months for a brand new token from down here with no backing, like Sneck, for example. Sneck's died away. That hasn't done well. Coke, Inu, see how I pronounce that? That's kind of died away a little bit. I didn't even know Dogilon Mars was still alive. I bought that token years ago. So again, you might want to take a gamble on a new coin. I mean, that's 150. They're all stuck at this price. Just be careful. But like I said, you've got a bull run meme coin and you've got a short-term meme coin. If you want short-term meme coins, check the chat and trade there. Anyway, that is enough from me. It's 12:05. I am off to cool down because I am dying of the heat. Thank you, everybody. We don't stream tomorrow because it is too hot, so I'll be back on Monday. But the Oracle is streaming tonight. And if you are an OG member, don't forget to join the Telegram group. We have a set of free indicators that have icons on that say buy and say sell. You couldn't say it fairer than that. So anyway, thanks, everybody. Take care. See you on Monday.